Minister, as you're aware, I have a question as well later on the schedule, which is unlikely to be reached, but it's on the same subject. And look, I suppose the reason I'm in here this evening is there's a lot of misinformation out in the public domain in relation to this project, and I think it's important, particularly for the residents and businesses in Glenmire, that this evening you give clarity and certainty, and I know that you've kind of half given that so far there in relation to Deputy Burke's question. But if you could just clarify specifically what the red tape hold-ups are for the audience at home, and can you clarify what processes specifically need to be adhered to in terms of the tendering process as we go forward? Because obviously there's legal conditions there that need to be fulfilled, and if you could give clarity on what they are specifically, it would be appreciated. And just to reaffirm, and this is the part that you did confirm to Deputy Burke there, and I know that Minister McGrath has met with residents there, again just confirm once more that the money is there for the project.
Thank you, Lascan Corla, and thank you, deputies. And behind every one of these flood relief schemes are tales of people who are going through the anxiety and the financial damage and the mental trauma of having to deal with risk to their family home and risk to their finances. I can confirm that the money has been secured, and I'm here beside the Minister for Public Expenditure and Reform to say that, and say that very clearly. The project, unfortunately, the tender went ahead during perhaps the worst period for a tender to be put out, a public procurement tender to happen during a period of rampant inflation. And by the time the bids came in, none of the people who bid wanted to stand over their bids because the price of materials had gone up so dramatically. And so a new anti-inflationary framework has been put in to deal with that, so that our public tenders can go ahead. Legally, it had to be put out to re-tender. It is a legal requirement over a certain amount of money that all public works contracts do go out for tender. That is being now assessed by Cork City Council, and I can say that the information that I have is that it is scheduled to commence construction during the second quarter of 2023, and I can't give a clearer or a more definitive indication than that. The information I have is that the project will commence in the second half of 2023. Thank you.